Hey Scorpio, going to do a quick little reading for you here as we go through what is known as the Lion's Gate, which is on August 8th, but which is really the period that we're in, and it's the time when the dog star Sirius and Orion's belt line up supposedly with the Great Pyramids of Gaza. It's supposed to be a very powerful portal, and so I just wanted to ask the tarot what we Scorpios might be able to expect as we go through this potentially transformative time. So I'm going to pull 4 cards and I'm going to clarify them. And the cards are going to be, what are you leaving behind? What are you heading towards? What do the cards want you to remember? And what do they suggest you let go of as you make this passage in your life? And then I'll start with a little oracle card here from the Roots and Wings Oracle deck to set the tone. Okay, I'm just looking like, am I crooked? Well, just tilt your head if I'm crooked. Okay, my friends. Let's see what the oracle wants us to think about here to begin with. Number 1, wildness. Your little wolf self. Wildness in this deck here is about the wolf knows their power and how to connect with the natural energy and guidance around them. Beautiful. And underlying that, we see perseverance. So these are some tools that you might want to resort to as you go through this passage. Some perseverance. That's a very kind of Knight of Pentacles, earthy, straight A student, having a plan, knowing it's going to take a long time. We get the fox here, crafty. This is definitely about having good strategies to deal with potentially tricky situations with people. And then finally, we get the Dreamer card. I want to read what that Dreamer card's about. That's actually, believe it or not, the first time I've pulled that card. Let's see here, because I know I seem like a dreamer. I am. Let's see. Be careful that you don't lose your balance. Time will come to sit down and paddle in the direction of your dream. So this looks like a portal in a process of transformation that may be a bit slow. But let's see what the tarot wants to tell us here. So we'll start with these 4 cards and I'll remind you what they are as we go. We're seeing the Son of Wands popping up there. Your passionate self, moving fast. There's perseverance, suggests slowness, and dreaming too, like taking your time and being strategic with the crafty little fox here. Okay, so let's see. What does the Tarot of the Wild Unknown think about this? So the first card we're pulling is, as you go through this portal, what will you be leaving behind? Sometimes we have to grieve this. Wow, it looks like a broken heart. This is very much a card of ending a relationship. It's a very painful ending. And it's also a card about a new day. But in this deck, it's a very dark card. When I first got this deck, I just was terrified to get this card. So this is what you're walking away from, some kind of painful ending. Good. Let's walk away from that. And the 10 of Swords, there's this painful death where somebody's been stabbed 10 times with 10 swords. And then there's a sunrise. It's a new day dawning. When you get to a 10, it's the end of a cycle. So what you're walking towards is the Son of Cups, which I always think of as that classy love offer. So this is a love story for you, and it doesn't have to be a love story. You have a breakup, and then you meet this true love here on the other side, a water sign, potentially, but doesn't have to be. The Son of Cups is a heart person. They move and are motivated from their heart. This may be that you come out of your pain and you heal your heart I think you usually need a little time to heal. But on the other side, you return to living from your heart. And Scorpio as a water sign, that is natural for you, even if you may be your sort of stereotypical secretive Scorpio. You got an intense heart. So that's what you're walking into. That looks beautiful. That heart, that cup there, that Ace of Cups that the Son of Cups brings is true love. It's divine love. It is full of rainbows. Okay. Now the tarot wants you to remember as you go through this portal that you have lots of choices. Here, Seven of Cups is choices, but also it can be about illusions, about not being able to discern between what your head tells you and reality. It's going to be about projecting. So we also see here the new moon, and this would be the relationship between the sun and the moon are both in Leo here for this new moon. And what happens is that you can't see the moon on the 8th, which is because it's a new moon. It's black sky or starry sky with no moon in it, because they're conjunct with one another in Leo. So that card to me speaks very much of this portal that we're supposedly going through on August 8th. Now, what does the tarot want you to let go of? The tarot wants you to let go of this Mother of Wands. She is the Queen of Wands. She is this very fire sign, potentially. She's very passionate, dramatic, exciting. I love the Queen of Wands. That's a hard one to let go of, actually. If you're, in Scorpios, you have a lot of fire in you too, so you can be drawn to fire. Mars is one of the planets that rules Scorpio. So we'll clarify this. What does it mean to let go of the Mother of Wands? If this is a person in your life, a fire sign, or some person that's kind of dramatic and creative and charismatic, it doesn't have to be a woman. It could be any person that has these qualities. It can just mean sometimes just letting go of a desire to change or control or in some way limit them. Because I'm seeing this, that you're walking away from a broken heart here, it makes me think that that's who you walk away from, is this Mother of Wands. But it doesn't have to be that. It could be even your own mode of going about living, that you've been fiery and passionate and dramatic. And this particular Mother of Wands is very protective. You can see she's protecting her eggs there. So this deck gives a little extra protection for those eggs. Let's see, on the bottom of the deck, yes, definitely a feeling of you. We just get the Fool, this little duckling. The Fool is the beginning of a new journey, which is very appropriate after this. You end something and then you begin something, and you go forth with this kind of attitude, I think, here of the dreamer, the person who has a dream and is maybe impatient to go after that dream. The Oracle says, take it easy, stay grounded while you dream. But the Fool is a person that someone wants to say that to, because they're leapers of faith. And so, I don't know, maybe because the Son of Cups is what you're going towards, and then you get, remember that you have choices. Like the Fool here is causing me to think that this is in your love life. And I don't know about you, Scorpio, but we can be known for just leaping forth with our hearts and being foolish and impulsive. And so that's an underlying energy. And there's a tension between that urge, that fiery, passionate urge that we may have, or that Scorpio you may have, and to be persevering and crafty and grounded, and to remember your wildness, your power, that you have access to the power that is in the world around you. So let's clarify here. Okay, we're going to clarify with the Light Seers Tarot. And we're going to first clarify what you're leaving behind, which is this pretty painful Ten of Swords situation. Sometimes we need a little push to leave that behind. And, wow, well, that's weird. Okay, so I feel like I have to add these into the mix because they're bizarrely in the wrong deck. And it kind of adds to the same message that we have here. I mean, they were just literally stuck in this other deck because I don't know. Let's just take these cards. The Lovers. This is a choice. This is the true love on all levels, spiritual, physical, emotional, intellectual. And this is the Six of Swords. This is letting go and walking towards the rainbow here. It's also very much a rainbow card. So the Lovers adds further to this idea here of what you want to remember, which is that you have choices. So when you have met someone that is like a soul connection, and that's what the Lovers is, it doesn't mean that you have to choose them. And, I personally always feel like you have to choose them when you feel that strong of a connection that you have to choose them. And as a result, I've spent years in really painful relationships with people that did not choose me back. And that's the sad thing about the Lovers, is that you can choose wholeheartedly, but your partner, the other here, doesn't choose you. So that's why the Lovers gets read by tarot readers as a choice. So I don't know. This is about love. This reading is about love, Scorpio. Some heart thing that you're, and it's easiest to read this as a relationship, but it could be some other kind of heart connection. But we do have you moving from some kind of emotional ending into awareness that you have choices. You still are living from your heart, but you're letting go of this Mother of Wands. And there's this Fool in you, this Leaper of Faith here. So we're gonna include those cards, and we'll go back now to clarifying. That was weird. I've seen other tarot readers do that, find random cards in their clarifying deck, and I follow their lead and include them in your reading, Scorpio. Also because they just reiterate what the cards have already said. Okay, so this Ten of Swords. So there's what you're walking away from. Fire sign, King of Wands, Leo. This is a card of Leo, but doesn't have to be. This could be the person that has broken your heart. It could be you, because as I said, you also have lots of fire in you, Scorpio. And he does look sad to me. He looks like a sad King of Wands today. Not always, but today. He and his lion look sad. So this is something that you really have invested time and love. You've watered these pentacles, our earth, the sign of earth, of just very basic security can be work. But what I see here is that you have nurtured something, and the Seven of Pentacles can be a very stagnant energy. So it may be that something that you've nurtured and cultivated isn't actually producing fruit, and that's why there's this painful ending. And yeah, to reiterate, this is a significant ending. The world is an ending. It is followed by the Fool, which you already got. So there is an ending and there is a beginning when you get the World card. And you can see she's pretty happy about it. She's not feeling that heartache. She is basically walking through the portal. This Lion's Gate portal is what we've asked about, from a situation where she's come to terms with, or you have come to terms with, that you invested a lot into something, but it has now come to a painful ending. And you are supposed to walk through the Lion's Gate, accepting whatever that ending was. And as I said before, it's very easy to see this as a love reading, but you could certainly apply this to anywhere in your life where you have put your heart. Yeah, so we see you leaving something major behind, like a whole phase of your life is what it can be. Okay, Son of Cups. This is what you are entering into, a heart life, a life where you are either offered divine love, and that would be nice since you just lost love. So there's some heart ahead for you, that perhaps somebody's offering their heart, or something that you're going to go do is full of heart. Let's see, we'll clarify here. What does the light seers say? Okay, there's your ending. It's a tower. This is very easy to imagine up here in the piney woods of Flagstaff, Arizona. Lightning striking a tree, and it comes down. There's a little squirrel. There's new acorns. Perhaps an oak tree will grow in place of this pine. Never thought of that before. And there's also all of these butterflies to signify that a tower is really shocking. It's surprising. It can be painful. It's something that you know that you had something that was built on a shaky foundation. And so that's why it comes down. And usually you have a chance to actually take it down. You don't take that chance, right? That's what the lovers say. Like, you had the choice and you decided to stay. And that's very typical of Scorpios, because we're a fixed sign to stick it out to the bitter end. And then a tower will come and save us from this. It's almost like we're being saved from our fixed nature, that it's like we finish, we don't quit. And it can be quite, it'd be like dragged away. And that's what a tower moment can feel like here. Yeah. Reiteration of an ending that you're walking away from. Okay, furthermore, to clarify, here's the King of Pentacles. You with your wolfy dog here, just comfortable in your home. Or this is the person that you're walking away from. This is just like this mature side of you. But it's not my favorite king. He's all about money. He's all about security. But in this deck, I really like this king. He's very chill, and he has a cool dog. It makes me think of my dog. Yeah. So it's almost like there's this tower, and you are just able to be calm through this massive transformation. And then there's an Empress. This could be you. I feel like there's this love between this stable kind of Earth King and this Earth Queen, or the Empress is Earth. She is it's a new beginning. It's very creative. Son of Cups also is something very creative here, in the way that the Earth is creative, that things live and grow from winter's dead Earth every year. Yeah, and I think that reiterates what we see here in this tower with these acorns, that there's a seed, a new seed. And even though in the past there was something that you had planted and nurtured and it didn't really grow anywhere, and it led to this painful ending, that as you walk through this portal from that ending, through this Lion's Gate, that tower is something that leads you towards this much more stable, grounded love. And I'm seeing now that what you're walking away from, this sad Leo, the sad fire sign. The King of Wands is an alpha leader. Could be maybe controlling. I like the Wands because they're kind of everyday people that work hard and are passionate about what they do. Could be activists. But this King of Wands is very different from this King of Pentacles. And if you think about like a painful relationship where you're with somebody who's like so exciting and so causes you to feel very passionate and excited, but maybe a little boring and not as exciting as they are. That's kind of this mismatch. Whereas this, what you're walking towards, is the Empress and the King of Pentacles. They're a good match. There's a lot of security in this. After a Tower. And honestly, like, security, well, it's a little bit boring, right? It's not that darkness that we Scorpios can be drawn to. But frankly, the woman I want to end up with is the Empress. You know, she is loving, she is open and about her love and receptive of your love, and she's very nurturing, and I'm very nurturing, and so in some ways, like, coming to terms with the security it is a great foundation for what you want, a heart-based life. It's so different from that fire and control and charisma that you're walking away from there. Because even though there's all that fire, you're just still stuck. Mr. Boring. I don't know. I don't know why that's coming through for me. So I think I made my point. Let's move on. The tarot wants you to remember you have choices, to be careful also about your projections and about illusions. And this is very much reminding us that on 8/8, we have a new moon. We have the sun and the moon are conjunct in Leo. And the Lion's Gate. Leo, if you don't know, is of course represented by the lion. Sorry to be extra splainy today. I don't know why. Okay, so we're getting another 7, the 7 of Wands. This is being very grounded. It reiterates what we saw here with the Dreamer, which is, she's standing in a boat, dreaming with her head in the clouds. And if you don't know where your feet are, and if you aren't grounded, like she's like sitting on her cushion meditating, then your boat will capsize. So that card is to remind you to stay grounded. 7 of Wands is also quite a bit about resisting, and she's looking to the past here on the table. So yeah, usually when you go through a 10 of Swords, like, that can linger. You know, 10 of Swords can take a long time to get the idea and walk out of your life completely, or you can have trouble, but this is telling you resist that past. And then you get the Queen of Pentacles. She's much like the Empress. She's a partner of this fellow. We have, like, these two are looking at each other on the table right now. Yeah, it feels like you meeting your match. Yeah, you're very grounded. Queen of Pentacles, she knows her worth. And so the tarot definitely wants you to remember to be strong, to protect your peace here. If you look at this, you can see that the light is coming out of her solar plexus. This is the place of your power. And when you're strong here, and Leo is definitely a time of solar plexus. When you're strong here, you can protect your heart. You can also protect your creativity, your second chakra, source of creativity, your sexuality. Queen of Pentacles, she's fully capable of doing that here on the table. And finally, to add to this, remember you are strong enough to be your highest self, the card of strength. More Leo. This is your fire. This is your capacity, Scorpio, to rise above your revenge fantasies, to be safe with the vulnerable lamb. And I'm getting this feeling of this very open-hearted, beautiful, secure, loving. There's abundance. And what do you mean by abundance? Like, it could be you're rich, you know, because I'm your tarot reader and I don't really care about money. Like, to me, abundance is like gratitude at this beautiful planet that you live on. And the Pentacles people are earth people. And so we can see that you're you're moving towards security, gratitude, contentment, knowing your worth, and being your best, highest self, no matter what other people are kind of bringing at you. People that you're walking through this portal away from. And I'm not saying it's easy, because we've got the 10 of Swords and the Tower here. Whatever you're walking away from, it's not easy to walk away from. And that's why you need strength. Okay, the Mother of Wands. This is what you're supposed to let go of. Remember? The drama queen. Your drama queen tendency, or their drama queen tendency. Well, you get the Devil. That is a very seductive, sexy devil in this deck. He also has you on a string like a puppet. That's why you need this ability to resist. You need your solar plexus. You need to be grounded. You are definitely being reminded, with both the King and Queen of Pentacles here on the table, of your wildness, of your ability to access the power. And the Strength card is about this power as well, of your earth, of the natural environment around you. And today I just happened to have looked on this cool app for the moon called DAF. It's really great. The moon is currently just passing through the constellation of Taurus today, so I'm definitely feeling that here as I do this. So you have the Strength card. Remember, you have strength. Remember, this is what this part of your reading is about. The Strength card kicks the devil's butt. So, as the tarot says, let go of this really charismatic drama queen, either that side of you or somebody that you're walking away from through this portal. It's going to be hard, because here's the devil. It's your codependence. It's your addictive nature. It's that way that our fixed Scorpio-ness can cause us to just obsess and ruminate and go around and around and give a bajillion chances and, never quit, never die, rise from the ashes, heartbreak and rise again, heartbreak and rise again. We can take so much from shitty situations and shitty people, but you do have strength, so remember that. Okay, what else? We're leaving behind a headache. This is like the devil. This is specifically about self-harm. Sassy Scorpion calls it the headache card, because, he's got a headache. But the Five of Swords is, okay, I won, but I don't really like how it felt. It's like I did it in a way where I feel that I've harmed myself, or I've in some way harmed others, and therefore it's damaged my soul in some way. So yeah, let this shit go, my Scorpio friend. And await what you have manifested. This is you looking ahead to your beautiful future. This is you looking through this portal, and it looks like a beautiful sunset. Intense sunset. Yeah, the Three of Wands is let this shit go and watch your ships come in, because looking ahead and looking through the portal instead of back at this heartbreak, this will serve you. Underlying, I already saw this. This doesn't surprise me. Underlying, we see you having your emotional fulfillment here. This is solitary. This is I always notice that there's like all of this wealth here, but that she's just kind of levitating off into this emotional satisfaction. I again see the sun beaming out of her heart, out of her solar plexus. Very powerful image to combat this feeling, which is a passageway. The fives, we've seen the Five of Swords, and now we see the Five of Pentacles. This is she's left out, she's locked out. But if we look, we can see there's the key, there's the lock. It's just about shifting your attitude and walking through that door towards that Nine of Cups, emotional fulfillment. And the last card is the High Priestess. You intuitively know what this is about, what's right for you. Just trust what you know intuitively inside, in your heart, in your gut. You know what this is about, right? And you know that you have access to this wildness, to all of the power around you. Let me just quickly add to the reading by reading you about what perseverance is, because these are qualities that the Oracle thinks will benefit you as you go on this journey. Perseverance, the will and ability to keep going even in the face of obstacles. And you do have the Devil here, and you have the Five of Swords, and you have the Five of Pentacles. These are passageways, they're challenges, they're obstacles. So persevering through those. And secondly, crafty. Seeing through deception, swift, discerning, can get through tricky situations while maintaining integrity. That's what this card is about, maintaining your integrity through tricky situations. The cards tell me that you're walking away from something that's going to reach out through the portal for you and say, come back. And the cards are saying, persevere, be crafty, stay grounded, have integrity. Know that you have strength, and that strength will always kick the devil's butt, no matter how sexy that devil is. And that is one sexy queer devil, if you ask me. All right. So that's your reading, Scorpio. That is fascinating. Let me know if this resonates with you. And I hope you have a beautiful day.